everybody, Lucifera here. Now I'm seated. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And you know what? Yesterday I got an email from one female. She was very, very upset. And her story is tragic. She was in a love relationship with a man she loved during 20 years, and the man left her for another. This is a common story, but she had so much pain, she was in such pain. And she described what she did with the doll of the target, the woman who stole her man from her. And I got a creepy feeling inside my belly. And for this reason, I wrote several notes today, and I want to discuss the subject of curses and how to protect yourself from curses. Curses of this kind, for example, you see here is a doll of a target, and it is bound and tied with black thread and then powdered with graveyard dirt. They are very difficult to dissolve. And first let's discuss how do you know that you have been cursed? You know this because you have an enemy, because you have done something bad, unethical. People curse because they are in pain. This is the reason they curse, because they don't like your behavior, like theft or stealing another woman's man, because when you do it, you cause emotional pain to the other party. So, how do you know? What are the symptoms? First of all, nightmares. You will have nightmares. You will dream a lot, and your dreams will be nightmarish. You will wake up in the middle of the night because of the nightmares. You will dream about the person who has cursed you. Something about them, maybe not their face, but something about them. Then, if you know what's going on, and you know that the person is very angry with you, you will have feelings of fear and worry for your safety. And I want to say that even if the person who is angry at you is not a practitioner of the occult arts, their anger directed towards you is so destructive that it is a sort of curse, but it cannot be compared to this kind of curses. When, for example, like yesterday, the woman described for me, the lines I read, I took her doll and I did this and that, and then I buried all this at the cemetery. So these kind of curses are difficult to dissolve. And the other symptoms are lack of focus in your daily life, because the curse affects your subconscious mind. It penetrates so deep into your subconscious mind that you stop functioning in your daily activities. Then here are some notes. Accidents. Sudden accidents like you fall. It is slippery and you fall. I remember when one person who was not a practitioner of magic was very angry at me. I experienced all these kind of symptoms, and I had several accidents too. I fell down because it was slippery several times, not just one time, several times. And I had injured my elbows and my back. Then the next symptom is also illness, sudden illness that you cannot explain. Rashes, typical rash. And when the rash begins suddenly and is so persistent, and you got that feeling that something is not okay. There are more symptoms, for example, colds, catching cold one after another. This is because your immune system becomes so weak due to all this tension and anger directed towards you. So, what are the solutions? How do you protect yourself if you are in such a situation? Like, for example, you were in a relationship with someone and it didn't work, and you took the decision that now it's enough and you want to end the relationship, but the other party does not accept it, and you are lucky if they are not practicing magic. But if you are unlucky and know that she or he is a witch, and if they are experiencing emotional pain, this means you can be sure that they will do magic on you. First of all, to return you, and second, when this fails, to return you with love spells and so, they will curse you because they are experiencing emotional pain. How do you protect yourself? Well, what you can do is that you can wash your floor in your apartment, in your home, with a mixture of water. Take 1 bucket of water, pour in 1 cup of your own urine and 1 cup of vinegar and a little bit salt. Mix all this and then wash the floor, and do this 2-3 times per week, because this urine and vinegar will repel the foreign energy that is coming towards you, this aggressive curses, and you will, and especially do it under your bed. This is very important, the place where you sleep, the area where you sleep. Wash the floor with this solution 2-3 times per week. What else have I written here? Yes, as I remember what I did, place small bowls with vinegar, ordinary vinegar. Place them in your apartment. It will smell. It smelled a lot, but the vinegar helps to absorb all this negativity that is coming in, and it repels the negativity away from you. And if it's horrible, if you dream a lot of nightmares and you know that the other person is sitting there and is angry at you and is ill-wishing a lot, and you are very, very afraid, cast a circle and sleep in the circle during the nights, because it is during the nights that they will attack you, because they assume that you are sleeping, and you know that when you are sleeping it's very easy to attack you and to take your energy and to place curses upon you. So sleep in a witch's circle. You cast a circle and you open the 4 portals and invite the guardians and, well, do some protection spell and then sleep there. And when you wake up in the morning, you close the circle and thank the powers for watching over you. Then summon Sabnock. Summon Sabnock often. I use this version of Goetia and I work with Sabnock very often. He is my patron. Let's read now. Sabnock, the 43rd spirit, as King Solomon commanded them into the vessel of brass, is called Sabnock, or Sabnock. He is a Marquis, mighty, great, and strong, appearing in the form of an armed soldier with a lion's head, riding on a pale-colored horse. His office is to build high towers, castles, and cities, and to furnish them with armor, etc. Also he can afflict men for many days with wounds and with sores, rotten and full of worms. He gives good familiars, and so on. When you invite Sabnock, he will build up the astral towers in your space, around your body and in your home, and anyone who sends a magical attack to you will become ill immediately, and they will remain ill until they remove the magical attack or cancel it out. And this is very good, because an ill person cannot continue to curse you. So this is a very effective measure. And here is the seal of Sabnock. It looks like this. You see it? Sabnock comes from the sphere of Gamaliel on the cliphotic tree, and therefore I use a purple seal of Sabnock. And we see if I can find the cliphotic tree now, the glyph. Yes, I can. So here is the cliphotic tree, and this is also the symbol of the tree of life with the 10 Sephirot. So Sabnock comes from here, from the 9th sphere, Gamaliel, from here. And I summon him during Mondays. It is you can summon Sabnock during Mondays, during the astrological hour of the moon, and it's best to do so when the moon is full and also when the moon is waning. So, and what else can you do to protect yourself. Yes. Create immediately a witch's bottle like this. It looks like this. And there's salt inside. The salt crystals will protect you while your hair or your blood is packed inside this jar. Create several such witch's bottles during spells, during protection spells, when it is full moon and the waning moon. Do it at once as soon as you suspect that somebody is angry at you and now they will start to send you magical attacks. Then also do the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram daily, at least once per day, to build up your defense. Meditate daily to calm down and to chill your fear. And during your visualizations, when you meditate, imagine that you are sitting inside of a diamond, because the diamond is the hardest substance. And sit in this diamond for 10-15 minutes daily in your visualizations. This will strengthen your aura and you will become resilient towards these attacks. And then if you know for sure that the other party is attacking you, then you ask Sabnock to send the curse back. And of course it's not wise to begin a love relationship with a man or a woman if you know that their spouse is a practitioner of witchcraft. It's not clever to do so. If you find yourself in such a situation, stop and think about the consequences. There will be consequences for you. It's better to stop and abandon this newly started relationship and then seek another partner. Or if you know, if you are starting a relationship with a man or a woman, and well, I don't even know how to formulate this. If you are starting a relationship with a man and you know that his wife is a witch, well, I think it's quite dangerous unless the man is able to protect you when the trouble begins. So well, and these kind of curses are very difficult to dissolve, because once the doll is created, the curse sits there. You will have to find the doll and bring it into your ritual circle and do a spell with this doll, with the doll that represents you. And disassemble this doll carefully and take out all the stuffing from it, from inside the doll, and do a kind of spell that dissolves this curse. And usually you are not able to find the doll because the one who is cursing will throw it away or burn it away. And that is why, as long as the doll is, well, we say intact and nobody has set a deactivation date. The curse is valid and it can run during several years. So for this reason, I think that it's important to know how to protect yourself from these kinds of attacks. Well, and then there are several demons in the Goetia who can help you to fight back, like Focalor and Liraye, Amdusias, Eligos, and in the Grimorium Virum there are several demons who can also help you to take that kind of decision. For example, Stugriel, he can tell you if somebody is doing magic behind your back. He can tell you, he can give you advice what to do. Vasago in the Goetia can also help you to know if you are cursed, so on. And then of course the tarot cards. You can do divination with the tarot cards and look what kind of cards you pull out, in what kind of cards dominate your spread. Usually if it's a curse, you will have that creepy feeling, and the dominating cards will be the swords. Swords are typical for trouble. And of course, people panic whenever they see a witch. Oh, she will curse me. No, nobody will do that. Believe me, unless you deserve it, unless you have stolen something or done something really harmful, the swords are associated with trouble, so you will know. And also it's wise to have a diary, so take notes day after day to observe your life, how it is running, because if you experience that there's a sequence of disaster, illness, loss of income, accidents, and so on, then you can begin to suspect that somebody has done something against you. And you usually know who it is, because you can, well, you know your behavior yourself. If you have stolen something from someone, something of value, or if you are a co-worker and causing trouble for a colleague, and you know that the colleague is a witch, then of course you deserve to be cursed. So usually one knows if there is a curse in progress, if you are under a curse or not. So, well, this is it. A small discussion, a creepy discussion about the nature of curses. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.